And this is Die Hard, a good day to die hard, and this makes you feel like a man. You do manly things when you see Die Hard. When you see John McClane, you work on your car, you get greased up, and you don't give a fuck when your wife yells in the next room, dinner's right, say, I'll be there in a minute! Because that's what men do.
Yeah!
And men watch football games and drink beer and guzzle it and fucking eat popcorn because they don't care. They don't care if they get fucking food on the floor because they're men.
Yeah!
And men will drink coffee with no sugar in it because that's what men do.
Yeah!
And men will also sit snuggled up on a couch with a Snuggie, eating popcorn, crying with a box of tissue, watching Dear John because that's what men do.
On Valentine's Day. Yeah! Wait, what?
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah.
Hey guys, we watched a movie. We're here to review A Good Day to Die Hard.
It's a good day to review.
Fifth entry in the Die Hard series, directed by John Moore, who directed Max Payne. That was one of the biggest pieces of shits of all time. But, long story short, it stars Bruce Willis as John McClane, the greatness.
You sent for me because somebody told you I was the best.
That is the greatest. That is.
And Jai Courtney as his son.
Well, I'm only the best because I work with the best.
McClane thinks that his son's in trouble. He thinks his son's into drugs or whatever else it is. So he flies over to Moscow, Russia. And he's down there to help his son with his court date or something like that. Try to help him get out of trouble. Well, it turns out that that was all a front, and his son's actually in the CIA. And when he gets down there, shit starts blowing up and going crazy, and they team up to take down the bad guys together.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
On a good day. On a good day to die hard.
Welcome to Moscow.
Jack! Dad? I don't think there really is a good day to die. I don't want to. If I want to die, I want to die softly and quietly. I want to die without pain. Like, I think that this movie for me was, to me, it just didn't feel like a Die Hard movie. I want it to be, and then John McClane was cool. I mean, obviously Bruce Willis can't go wrong, and sometimes, but it was like, other times he was just a background prop piece.
You wanted a little bit more McClane by the time it was over with. They focused a lot on his son and way too much time on these cardboard cutout Russian baddies.
They were stupid.
Like, these guys are just, the bad guys, like, I just don't give a shit about them. And again, it's another movie where there's like 4 or 5 bad guys and there's plot twists and bad guys, you know, screwing each other over, and you're supposed to care, but you don't.
And it's the fucking Russians are the bad guys. Give them a fucking break, guys. Yeah. The Cold War's been over for a while now. I mean, it's like that's the fallback bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what bad. The Russians. We'll do Russians. Okay, that's good. And by the way, I was gonna ask, like, there's one scene, a car chase scene, and it's like, get the RPG. I was like, why does every fucking Russian have an RPG in their like trunk?
From the get-go, this movie falls all over its face. It's like, this is a dumb story. How did he not know that? There's plot holes here and there. But again, it's a Die Hard movie, right? So, you know, you don't care about this stuff. You're there for the action. And the action scenes are amazing.
When they happen.
Every single action scene, there's like, I say there's like 3 blowout action scenes in this movie. And they're hardcore, and they're amazing. They do some stuff I've never seen with the camera work. And they shoot just some of the most amazing action scenes I've ever seen. But each one has its own problems. From the very beginning of the movie, you're like, why is this even happening? How did we go from here to here? Like, what the hell?
I think a lot of it too, they were speeding it up so quick, like in the whole thing, how McClane gets involved with what's going on and all this big plot, that they're trying to make this huge overreaching plot, and how McClane gets involved in it. It was really stupid. It was like this. I mean, it was just like, all right, we gotta do this really quick. We gotta do this really quick.
What's so beautiful about Die Hard is, starting from the first one, he's locked in a building. He's just an everyday normal dude, and he has to go through all these bad guys to get out alive.
And he's a detective. He's just a normal detective, New York cop, and then he gets involved in these big situations that he gets out of. But this one was just really fucking.
Yeah, and I say, like, the direction on these action scenes is amazing. Like, I'm telling you, this is some of the coolest action scenes ever. But it's like he's awesome at directing these action scenes. But then you go to 2 people having a conversation, and it's like the guy's just got his first camera on his 8th birthday. It's like, I think
they were using, it was like somebody just pulled out a flip phone. It was like,
yeah,
okay guys.
I know, it's just the camera's just going crazy. Like, dude, just slow down right now. Like, put the crack down, you know.
You had too much coffee.
Yeah,
too much coffee.
Switch to decaf.
That's nasty.
Switch to Tom.
What's the point of even drinking coffee if you're gonna drink fucking decaf?
I don't understand it either. The script is terrible in this movie, and the plot is terrible in this movie, and the only good things about it is McClane and the action scenes. Like I said, McClane's great, but some of his lines, like, spot on. Some of them make you laugh and they're great, and other ones you're like, what? Well, and how many times are you gonna say you're on vacation?
That's awful. That was every other fucking word. Like, they had to get that point across, like, I'm old now, I'm on vacation. What the fuck am I supposed to be here? It's my vacation.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Dante.
But
come over your house, chop your legs off, set your house on fire, and watch as you drag your bloody stumps out of your house.
He's also like, Bruce Willis says sometimes to me when he was on screen, it was almost like he was going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like he was just so bored with the story, he was like, yeah, I got to go get my son.
Yeah.
And then he would be like, God, and then he's like, is he sleeping or is he thinking? I don't know.
Sir, are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
And Jai Courtney, hit or miss. I mean, he's not bad. Like he works off Bruce Willis pretty good. But if they're thinking about at some point passing the torch, I don't like that. I liked the father and son stuff. Like I thought that was good. I thought it added, you know, a little bit to the movie, and I like them working off of each other. Like I enjoyed that part of the movie, but I don't see it really continuing.
I actually preferred the relationship that he had with Justin Long than what he had with Jack.
Really?
In this one. I mean, you're never going to top Samuel Jackson and him together. I mean, they were perfect in the movie, and it's always, I just don't, the thing with Jack McClane, or John McClane Jr., whatever they call him in the movie, there was like instances when him and John McClane would have like this one-on-one hard time, but they were so like out of place and jarring. Like it didn't even make sense that this was going on.
This has got 3 of the coolest and most amazing explosion, like action scenes.
Badass.
The scene at the end will blow your mind if you're me. But
it blows your mind.
It'll blow your mind.
It blows something else.
I still say go see it. If you're a fan of the Die Hard series, go see it, because it's got those little moments where it's like, oh, this feels like a Die Hard movie now. And then you're bored as they try to explain the bad guy's plot for 20 minutes. But those scenes, totally worth the price of admission for me. I'm going to give this movie a 6.5. I enjoyed it and hated it at the same time.
I'm going to give it a 6.0. I think it's good to a certain extent. I just don't really think it feels like a Die Hard movie like it should feel like. I think that they could have reinvented Die Hard again or made it more like Die Hard after Live Free or Die Hard. But I think they just dropped the ball. And it was rated R. I mean, you saw it immediately, okay, it's rated R, we're going to go back to Die Hard.
And all they really did was drop like 4 F-bombs.
And even then it was like, Bruce Willis is still kind of like hesitant about saying the word fuck.
Yeah.
I know, he's like, like, I don't know. It's like, you can say it. It's okay. I commend them on releasing on Valentine's Day. They just said, go fuck that shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Candy? No! Explosions in your face.
But all they did when they released it on Valentine's Day is make a bunch of dudes sad.
And maybe they released it for the guys that had broke up with a girlfriend or something. Like, they were alone, like, I'm going to go see fucking Die Hard.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate fuck you to Valentine's Day.
It's a good bachelor
sucks for us non-single guys.
It does suck. We were trying to go see it last night, but our women said no. Sucks. Who would be a good, if they this is crazy, I know, you guys might fucking shank us, but tell us the truth. Alright, if they were going to remake Die Hard, if they were going to completely reinvent it and have a new generation, who would you put as John McClane?
Shia LaBeouf. Any day of the week.
Fuck yes, Shia LaBeouf, bitch! No, I would have picked, we talked about this, and I don't know, we might have a man crush on him, but Jeremy Renner. I'm Jay, this is my yippee-ki-yay motherfuckers. We'll see you next time, okay? I have to throw that in there.
Yeah, you got to.
Yippee-ki-yay.